Hey, what's going on? It is your boy, KC Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to all my subscribers and their families. Yes, I'm working. And I thought I'd break down the next 4 fights that PBC will offer us. Now, as I always mention, we are getting the fights. Now, are we getting the fights that we want? Now, this is a video and not a live stream, so bear with me while I break down all 4 fights. Maybe the first 3. But pay attention, pay close attention to the dates. Now, first up, we got March the 2nd. March is this week. So, therefore, you have Estrelana Lara, and he's going to be fighting Castano. Now, I can see that fight being a semi-competitive fight. I can see Estrelana Lara is getting older. He's getting slower. But he fought Jarrett Hurd like a man. That's the first, maybe the second time after he got robbed by Canelo that he fought that way. And that's good. That's what champions do. They go in there. They dig deep. They dig whatever they have left of their championship status. And they go for it. And that's what he did. Even though he's the smaller man. Even though Jarrett Hurd was the bigger man. He fought his ass off. Yes, he was bruised. He was fatigued. And he got knocked down, yes. But he'll have nothing to be ashamed of. And I believe this fight will be a little bit easier for him. Not so challenging for him. And not so rough for him. He can make this fight against Castano a very easy fight. If he fight him the right way. Keep in mind that old phrase, styles make fights. Now, keep in mind, I will be breaking down these fights in detail this week. And next, when the next fight come up, I will break it down in detail also. So, that would be March the 2nd, and that's a Saturday. Now, March the 9th. Now, keep this in mind. Don't forget the dates. Okay, we're talking about 7 days later. We got Porter and Yordenis Ugas. Shawn Porter will be stepping in the ring without his father on this fight. How will that play out? It will play out beautifully. For the simple reason that his father has made some good decisions for his son, and he had made some bad decisions for his son. He had made some bad decisions as far as to the media about his son, For example, KC always say, I quote, and you know my phrase, I motherfucking quote. When you tell a media outlet that I had my son sign an agreement so I can make sure he never fight again if I wanted to, how is that going to help your son? How is that going to help you? Well, matter of fact, forget about the fighting. Don't you love your son? Don't you want to see your son happy? That's all a brother's saying. That's all a player's saying. That's all the OG's saying. But, and regardless, is Joe Dennis ready for a Sean Porter? Now, we know he's more technical than Sean Porter. We know he knows how to work a jab against Sean Porter. We know he does his body work very well against Sean Porter. But he doesn't have the strength of a Sean Porter. He doesn't have that drive like a Sean Porter. He doesn't have that manly strength that will hurt you with one punch like Sean Porter. Your Dennis, you guys have to break you down round after round to get to you, unlike Sean Porter. So yes, I do think Sean Porter will pull out this fight, unless your Dennis, you guys, Casamaior and team are working on a strategy to counter his aggressiveness. Let you and me be the judge of that come fight night. But I also will do a pre-fight analysis on this. Now, fight number 3, March the 16th. Now, as I mentioned, keep in mind of the dates. We already have March the 2nd, Saturday. March the 9th, Saturday. Now we have March the 16th, Saturday. Plus Fox pay-per-view. And that will be against Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia. Now, we all been talking about Mikey Garcia. We all been talking about Earl Spence. We all been talking about their skill set. We talking about how fundamentally sound they are. We all are talking about how they actually use their jab to get in. We all have shown and talked about how Earl comes in and keeps coming forward with the high guard. We all talked about how Earl Spence is a serious, chilled out, cool dude who means business, who takes his craft seriously. He has a family to feed, and that's in his mind. He don't want his mother and father to ever pick up a steal, a bag of grocery, or anything pertaining to an average work job. So, Earl is not doing this for Earl. Earl is doing this for his family. And come to think of it, for me not to know Earl Spence, I'm pretty good judge of character. And Earl Spence cares about what he does. He wants to be 100% perfect at what he does. Now, we do have Mikey Garcia, a very prideful young man, a very family-oriented young man who has his brother in his corner since day one. His brother never steered him wrong. His brother has been studying and studying and studying. How can we beat Earl Spence? Sure, Mikey said he's seen something, but he haven't seen nothing. He haven't seen shit. Only thing Mikey Garcia has seen was Earl Spence dominating. That's the only thing. Now, sure, Robert Garcia co-signed for Mikey. That's his brother, but he haven't seen shit either. That's one thing about Earl Spence. He has one of the top-notch teams out there today. You ever know how you have old school and you have new school? Well, these are new school trainers. Derrick James is a hell of a trainer. Derrick James will find if there's a problem. Team Spencer will point out a problem. So, with Mikey Garcia, he has a choice. He can finish the fight, or he can finish the fight in the 9th round or the 8th round. Or he can take the punishment just to prove that he can take a punch. Or will Robert Garcia throw in the towel and say enough is enough? Keep in mind, Earl Spence don't swing just to be swinging. He picked his punches. So do Mikey Garcia. He don't have what you call throwaway punches. He make them count. But Mikey Garcia has bitten off more than he can chew on this fight. Now, that's all I'm going to talk about, because I have talked about this in the past, and I'm quite sure it will be brought up again in one of my shows this week. Now, that's 3 fights down. March the 2nd, Saturday. March the 9th, Saturday. Then you have March the 16th, Saturday. Fox pay-per-view. Now, I was going to stop there. I wasn't going to keep going on because I felt that it wasn't no need. The first 3 is enough. But I will mention this, okay? Now, Lamont Peterson will take on Lipinets. Okay, now, we all remember Lipinets. He did fight Mikey Garcia before he moved up. And he was a strong fighter. Now, his mechanics and his skill set wasn't what we expected. But he had a devastating left hand. That's why Mikey fought on the back foot most of the fight. You have to see the punches coming. And you have to do what you have to do to make sure you see those punches coming. So, it is what it is. Lamont Peterson is no slouch. He would have hung in there with Earl Spence. But thank God you have a trainer that will step in and say, I'm sorry. You know, you can get pissed, you can get mad, but this young man will break your eye socket like he has done once before. And the eye is looking pretty bad. So sometimes you have to save a fighter from himself. I get the guts, I get the heart, but sometimes you have to have that basic common sense. So, with Lipinets, he moved up to 147. Can he compete at the higher level? See, we have 4 belt holders. We have Sean Porter, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, and yes, sometimes one-time Thurman. Those are the 4 top welterweights. And Lieutenants do not, I repeat, do not have the fundamentals, the strength to be able to deal with those top 4 that's holding the belt. So, that's the lineup. And we're talking about 3, pretty much 4 Saturdays in a row where we're going to get pretty good fights. Now, as I look, I think Porter and you guys should be exciting. And we definitely think Spence and Garcia will be exciting. Because who knows, Mikey Garcia might just shock the world. Remember, I made a video on this subject. Mikey Garcia might make Earl Spence frustrated, and when a fighter gets frustrated, a fighter needs to be composed or keep his composure. But I don't think I have to worry about that with Earl Spence. He knows what he has to do. He knows how to do it. He knows how to hit. He knows how to sit down on his punches. Yes, I am an Earl Spence fan. I am a Mikey Garcia fan. I said this once before. If I had a son that was interested in boxing, which he's not, he's into basketball, but I would throw in a Mikey Garcia tape before I throw in an Earl Spence tape. The reason for that is because Earl Spence is a little advanced than Mikey Garcia. But Mikey Garcia throws the jab very well. So, that's KC semi-breakdown of the upcoming fights. Keep in mind, Sean Porter and Yordenis Ugas, they need to be promoted more than what they're doing now. If they don't want to promote them, they get together and promote themselves. Deontay Wilder did it with the help from the LDBC and the help from other entities that that knows he is the champions of all champions. So, I'm KC Boxing. I hope you enjoy the content of this video. And make sure you write the dates down. So, with that, I need your subscription today. Hell, I need it yesterday. So, once you do that, just hit the icon bell. You can catch my show live stream between 12:30 and 1:30. So, if you need to contact me, hit the sign that says show more. And that way, when you do that, you can get in contact with me through my Twitter, Gmail, email, and also, this is very important, my PayPal account. I haven't made it yet to receive a super chat. But with PayPal, you can show your support. You can show your support of a hard-working LDBC member like myself, because you're going to get 4 a day out of me, regardless. And also, it's easier And you can help me to make this video sound better. You can help me to pretty much get some of the bells and whistles that other channels have. No, I don't have the fancy background music, but I'm working on it. Yes, some have made donations, $5 here, $10 here. And I am so grateful. And I do give them a shout out. And I do write down a list, because I do have something special coming from going to all my subscribers once I make 1,000. So, with that, again, I'm KQKC Boxing. Catch my show at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. And make sure you hit the notification bell and the subscribe bell. So with that, I'm out of here. Peace and love. Catch you at 12:30 p.m. Shout out again to the LDBC.